That is a full day's ration for these birds. I am killing my birds with love. I have been overfeeding them so much. Guys, I've been putting out like 4 of these every day. Like 2 in the morning when they come out, and then 2 in the afternoon when I go to collect eggs. That might be why I'm so popular in the polls. The amount of fat on our little Australorps was pretty high, I think. The only breed of chicken that I've ever harvested and processed were the Jumbo Cornish Cross. But these Australorps were much smaller, and to my eye, they really seem to have a lot of that yellow fat, which tells me I'm likely overfeeding my chickens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute and do a little experiment to see if I can, according to experts, grown chicken needs 1/4 cup of feed per day. If you're feeding them, yourself, 1/4 cup. So I need to gauge my eye to what that looks like in the scoops that I use for putting out feed, because clearly I'm not doing very well at guessing that. So I need to figure that out. So I'm gonna do that now. All right, these are my feed scoops. This is 1/4 cup. According to the experts, again, this is all an adult chicken needs each day if you're feeding them your own stuff. I don't think my eye is calibrated correctly. So let's find out. Like right now, after harvesting 3 Australorps, I have 6 Australorps remaining in that pen. So 6. That's it. That's a full day's ration for those chickens. No wonder they were fat. I am the worst. All right, the other coop, the big one, has 28 in there. So golly, that's only, all right, let's take it from 6. All right, that's pretty full. That's right at 2 quarts of feed. That is a full day's ration for these birds. I am killing my birds with love. I have been overfeeding them so much. All right, I have to wean them back now. So how do I do that? Guys, I've been putting out like 4 of these every day. Like 2 in the morning when they come out, and then 2 in the afternoon when I go to collect eggs. That might be why I'm so popular in the polls. Oh my goodness. I got to check my math. Maybe it's a 1/2 cup. I think it's 1/4 cup though. All right, but now I know. 2 quarts. That's it. All right. Well, days of austerity have begun. Only 3 feeders and much less food in each. Still no post holes. And today I spent chasing after a particular problem that I discovered here. And this is what I was fighting with. So the barbed wire was, obviously where you'd expect, right on center line. So I had spent a lot of time trying to pull that out. And the catch is it gets down on the ground, all the roots grow over top of it, and then it's near impossible to rip out. So it was a sport. Even with gloves on, I tore my hands up a little bit. But I feel like I've made a reasonable enough effort now that whatever is still buried underneath there is buried underneath there, and that's all she wrote. started with my post on the corner here. So I set 2 flags to come out at a gentle angle so that I can use the tree as a post. And then you can see as you look back there that the flags guide back towards what'll be center line. Oh, here comes the rain. Got blue skies behind, but I got thunder and that coming from right over there, and it's just starting to trickle down. So I'm gonna clean up. Yeah. More rain is good though. Not like Fort Lauderdale. They had 25 inches in one day just this past week. Last week? 25 inches in 24 hours. That's a lot of rain. So I'm just gonna get cleaned up. Well, I was gonna be dry. Except the chickens, some of the chickens got out. So I had to go round them up. Now they're all under their coop while it starts to rain. The farmer's out in the rain. I love what I do. Chickens. It feels good, actually. You know, even on a bad day on the farm, I could get pretty grumpy sometimes, you know. And that's just being human. But man, I'll tell you what, I'm not running because I'm late for a staff meeting. Nobody's shooting at me. You know, worst stuff that happens is, you know, predators, you know, getting after the chickens. It's a good life. It's what we call around here, it's what we call peaceful purposefulness. I'll make t-shirts for you. And that's a real feeling. It's still raining, but it feels like it's lighter than it was before. So I should walk now. All right. I'm getting ready to drill the post holes now along the line. My neighbor was kind enough to consent to giving me the inches on the side to cross over to go around those 2 trees. So I'm gonna get to drilling the holes and hope that it goes well, because drilling inside of a tree line, lots of roots. We'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. All right, that's pretty good. You can see him curve out to the left around that tree. We'll make the tree a post and then back in and then straightening out as it goes further down. Now what I'll do is I'll run the string again because I ran out of flags. So that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna take all these flags and I'll go mark the rest of the way down the line. Well, just when you think you got it all figured out and it's going super smooth, you find more barbed wire buried. That's unfortunate. Thought I pulled all that. Look at this little dude. He's like, sweet man, barbed wire. I like that. There's a lot of different cutters you can use, but I prefer just regular old set of bolt cutters. I'm pretty sure it was still twisting by the time I got the blades, by the time I got to the switch to turn it off. So that way it's not, I didn't break a bolt or anything. Shear pin up inside. There we go. Big old root. I'm gonna dig this one by hand. All right, I think I got the preliminaries complete. Time to get these little ones out on pasture. Exciting day for them, first day on grass. It's a little later in the day than I would have liked to do it, but we had a fair amount of rain last night, praise God. So the ground was really wet. I don't like to move them onto wet grass like that, especially first thing, because nah. Nice dry ground, green grass, happy first day. All right, let's do this. So prep for the move is complete. Everything that's hanging in there that might fall and hurt the chicks has been stored inside there. The power cord going into the brooder that goes into the power strip that I have inside for the heat lamps and the fan and all that stuff, that's been disconnected from it. The only thing I got to do now is one last walk around to make sure things are secure on the outside and then drive it over. Takes less time than you think. All right, here it is. Got the Energizer in place for the electric fencing. Got the chicken tractor with 29 of these little guys. Got their water, got their food, which they're still standing in because they're so happy. Got my little chest cooler filled with broiler feed. And that's on my little homemade wagon, which probably isn't going to last till the end of this season, but didn't cost me anything to make, so. And the only thing I'm missing here is corner posts for my fence. Completely forgot to put that in my order. Honestly, it's not bad. I'll order some. But yeah, it's good to have these guys on pasture. So 4 weeks, so a little less than 4 weeks. Somehow I got my timing off. I'm not sure how. I usually write things down. I don't know where I dropped the ball on this. Normally it's 3 weeks in the brooder, 5 weeks on pasture. I think we're going to try and harvest these guys at 4 weeks, which would make May 13th right. We'll see how they're doing. But the plan right now is May 13th to harvest. And we're going to do a poultry harvesting workshop. So we're just inviting anybody who wants to come out and learn how to do it. But you got to get yourself to Lady Lake, Florida. I'll get back out here eventually here and finish up putting posts in the ground. And start running that fence along here. So, still plenty to do, but it's a gorgeous day and I just feel like taking my time. So I think that's it from here. We'll talk to you guys later.